Hogwarts Legacy is shaping up to be the biggest game of 2023. It has broken sales records, topped streaming charts, and exceeded the success of some of the biggest titles of 2022. It has garnered positive reviews for its engaging gameplay and masterful adaptation of the Harry Potter universe. Beneath all this success, Hogwarts Legacy weathered a great deal of controversy from a vocal corner of the internet. Before its release, Hogwarts Legacy faced backlash from activists that called for boycotts out of their dislike for Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is no doubt one of the most prolific fantasy authors of the 21st century. Her highly successful fantasy books were adapted into a box office juggernaut, spin-offs, merchandise, and theme parks. Outside her writing, J.K. Rowling was hailed as a prominent progressive for her support of left-wing social movements and feminist causes. However, it's her unwavering devotion to the latter that would later turn the tide against her from the same people that had been drawn to her because of her politics.
Traitor. You are a traitor.
What heresy did she commit, you might ask? You see, somewhere around 2018, J.K. Rowling expressed support for the preservation of female-only spaces and opportunities. To the ever-growing alphabet and its allies, she had crossed the newest untouchables on the block. Pitchforks were sharpened as activists called for boycotts of her work and exclusion from Harry Potter events.
If we're going to be in the business of book burning, let's make sure we're burning the right books. Of course, book burning is a somewhat inflammatory gesture, one not to be encouraged. I understand that the writer of this book is worshipped by many trans-exclusionary radical fans. This dangerous tome, authored by an obsessed bigot who needs a new hobby, is in homes all over the world. The burning question is, won't somebody think of the children?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
J.K. Rowling, both through the words she says and direct financial contributions, is signal boosting and enabling multiple groups and individuals who are actively pushing for the stripping away and restricting of rights of trans people, especially in the UK right now. And it's working. Rowling has made it very clear she believes every penny of the residual checks that she gets to be proof that people support her and are fine with what she's doing.
Harry Potter game and like people playing the game and like people reviewing the game. Like, I'm trans and I'm Jewish. The creator of that game is extremely transphobic.
Right.
J.K. Rowling endured spate of backlash, some of which devolved into personal threats and comparisons to the worst people in history. She was poised to be the next victim of the circular firing squad of cancel culture. So, did she listen to the wisdom of the mob?
Oh, hell no!
J.K. Rowling stood her ground, doubling down on the notion that men are indeed not women. How radical! J.K. Rowling clarified that her objection wasn't about the liberty to belong to this new protected class, but rather about the preservation of civil protections for women who are vulnerable in sports and private spaces. But this wasn't enough. After all, nuance is overrated and there was blood in the water. Despite tenuous accusations of harm, J.K. Rowling's work continued to reap profits, with the wizarding world being a massive money machine. Her successful resistance would reveal a viable solution to activist backlash and signal a changing tide. Although this vitriol against J.K. Rowling spilled into Hogwarts Legacy, pre-orders soared. When the game was released, it was slammed by Rowling's critics. No shit. Activists went after any popular streamer that paid attention to them, demanding that they honor the boycott.
To die, so let me make something very clear. If you buy the Hogwarts Legacy game, you are contributing to transphobia. Even if you consider yourself an ally, even if you yourself are trans, you are contributing to transphobia. And that is not an opinion, it's a fact. And no matter what other rationalizations you have, oh, I'm supporting the devs, I just really love this universe, that's fine, but you are also contributing to transphobia.
Cool, glad to know that you don't care about trans people, you don't care about people who aren't white, and you also really don't care about anti-Semitism. That is not the energy we want to be giving off. I really hope you did not pay for that fun wizard game.
The only reason why I'm not playing this game, and I know a bunch of other people are not playing this game, is because we know that it's not worth it to get fucking bullied endlessly and called transphobic endlessly. Everybody knows, everybody fucking knows how much leftist motherfuckers love to chirp on the internet. They got no power. All they do is chirp, chirp, chirp. I knew that this was going to happen. That's why I wanted to set it up ahead of time. I got fucking yelled at endlessly and relentlessly on my alt account. Like, they were making it seem like I was already transphobic for even thinking about this.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Access Media reviews were littered with distaste for J.K. Rowling and accusations of hate in a continued expenditure of their credibility. Video game journalists aligned with activists, spending what little relevance they retained after their incestuous collusion in Gamergate. Ironically, this ideological stand against J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter fans only reinforced the fact that industry reviewers rarely appraise video games by their merits. To most audiences who couldn't care less about politics, this was more evidence that legacy reviewers put personal politics above genuine video game reviews.
Oh shit, here we go again.
On the other hand, reviews from paying fans couldn't be any more different. Hogwarts Legacy exceeded expectations of fans that voted with their wallet, propelling the game to extraordinary financial success. While Hogwarts Legacy was neither a visual visionary nor a mechanic masterpiece and still had moments of pondering,
but he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard.
It expanded the Harry Potter universe with fascinating stories and solid gameplay. It decimated activist boycotts, discredited biased video game reviewers, and left its mark on the video game industry, paving the way for future adaptations. Hogwarts Legacy continues the trend of video games overcoming ill-founded political activism. In the early to mid-2000s, Grand Theft Auto and other quote-unquote violent video games came under fire from conservative activists that accused these games of fostering real-world violence. Criticism for video game violence and aesthetics has since crossed the political aisle to progressive and liberal ideologues that project their political priorities onto video games.
Because like when you start learning about systems, everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic.
Stop it. Get some help.
Critics stretch anecdotes and conflate correlation and causation to blame video games for a growing list of isms and real-world harm. However, studies have failed to establish causation, and claims of real-world violence due to video games have been discredited so far. Video games, like most engaging entertainment, do have real concerns for children and adults with addictive personalities. But this is where age ratings and personal responsibility thrive, not the half-baked campaigns of belligerent activists and moralizing busybodies. Grand Theft Auto beat bipartisan political crusaders long before Hogwarts Legacy beat social justice warriors. It became a financial juggernaut, topping charts and reaping massive profits for Rockstar Games for decades. GTA proved that games could succeed by ignoring political outrage, listening to real paying fans, and making games that people enjoy to play. This long run may indeed come to an end, as future GTA entries may abandon what made it successful in the first place, but only time will tell. While the popularity of Harry Potter, solidarity with J.K. Rowling, and the Streisand effect got people interested in Hogwarts Legacy, it had to be a good game to play in order to be successful. In a year where wretched games like Forspoken and Saints Row have bombed and real competition exists in the form of Dead Space and Resident Evil remakes, Hogwarts Legacy stands tall. Hogwarts Legacy could change gaming forever by drafting a viable blueprint for success. So, the gaming industry has a choice to make. It could either go woke and go broke, or thrive by following this simple formula. Ignore political activists, listen to the paying customer, and make great games that people want to play. That's all for this video. Do you enjoy the Harry Potter universe? Have you played Hogwarts Legacy? What do you think makes a video game successful? Let me know what you think down below. As always, thanks to all the subscribers for bringing this channel to a new milestone. Stay tuned and stay cool.